completed the problem? So 19 students are there and still nobody is replying. So you are not noting down the notes while solving the problem. These are your notes only. I am not going to give you any separate notes. AST provided. Okay, so we have designed the steel. Okay, so AST provided. What was the value of AST provided? AST provided. Please let me know the value. 1608.4 mm square. This is our AST provided. Okay. So now we are going to calculate the spacing. What was our bar diameter? It is 16 mm or 10 mm? 16 mm. Okay. So now spacing. I think we are on the verge of calculating the spacing. Okay. So the spacing is equal to area of single bar, okay, pi by 4 into d square, that is 16 square, area of single bar divided by AST provided multiplied by width. So you will get the value. Now the answer. See, I don't have calculator and anything with me, so please calculate the answers and let me know the answers. 125. Okay, so is this a round up value? 125. 125 mm. So if you are getting exact value, then keep it as 125 center to center. Okay. If you get the value 125 point something, then reduce that spacing to 120 mm. Now you have learned already in DCS 1. Always we reduce the spacing, and for depth and other safety criteria, always we increase the value. Okay. So this is the first thing for the spacing. Then second, how do we calculate the spacing? So spacing is equal to 3D, 3 into effective depth. So what is the value of effective depth? What is the value of effective depth? 160. Okay. So it is multiplied by 160. So it will be 48, 480 mm center to center, and in no case spacing must be, how it should be, 300 mm center to center. Okay, so now what is the minimum value out of this? So the minimum value is 125 mm. Okay, so we will write over here, provide provide what is our bar diameter? Provide 16 mm diameter bars about how much? 125 mm center to center. Okay, so this is our main reinforcement. This is our main reinforcement. So main steel 16 mm bars about 125 mm center to center. This is our main steel. Now after the calculation of main steel, we will move further for distribution steel. Okay, we will move further for distribution steel. Now next is the distribution steel. This distribution steel is also called as minimum steel. It also called as shrinkage steel. It also called as temperature steel. Okay. So now distribution steel. Distribution steel. Okay, so the distribution steel we can calculate now. ASTD is equal to, so Fe415 is given, so torch steel is given to us, so it is 0.12% of of gross area. Okay. So ASTD is equal to, it is 0.12 divided by 100 multiplied by B is 1000, and D, or I will write the formula first over here, it is B into D, it is B into D. Okay, so now moving further, putting the values, ASTD is equal to, it is 0.12 divided by 100 multiplied by B is 1000 into D. D is what? D is overall depth. So I think effective depth is 160. So 180. Okay, thank you. So 180. So now please calculate the value. What is our distribution steel? Calculate the value now of distribution steel. 216. Okay. So it is 216 square. So this is our distribution steel. Now let us consider 8 diameter bars for distribution steel. So consider or assume 8 bar diameter, 8 bar diameter bar. Okay, consider 8 diameter bar. Therefore, number of bars we need to calculate now. Okay. So we will calculate the number of bars. So the number of bars is equal to total area divided by area of single bar, 5 by 4 into 8 square, as we are providing 8 diameter bar. So let me know the number. How many number of bars are required? 4.29. Okay, so it is 4.29. We will round up this value to 5 numbers. 5 numbers. Now if we provide 5 bars of 8 diameter, then what we are going to provide? So we need to calculate the AST provided. Okay, so AST provided, ASTD distribution steel, okay, provided is equal to, we are going to provide 5 bars. Okay, each of bar is having diameter of 8, 5 by 4 into 8 square. So let me know the answer. What is our ASTD which we are providing now? 251.32. Okay, so it is 251.32 mm square. So now this area we are going to provide, as the required area is 216, we are going to provide 251.32 after rounding up the number of bars. Okay, now we are going to calculate the spacing again. So for the spacing, okay, so first spacing is equal to, spacing is equal to area of single bar, area of single bar divided by ASTD provided, that is 251.32, that we are going to provide, multiplied by width. So what is the answer? Area of single bar divided by total area and then multiplied by width. Okay, so it is 200 center to center. It is 200 center to center. Now second thing is spacing. You should calculate. Spacing is equal to How much it is now for distribution steel? It is 5D. So 5 into effective depth. So 5 into your effective depth is 180. So do this calculation. It is 900 mm, I think. Okay. So now, and third thing, in no case you should provide spacing is equal to 450 mm center to center. So the minimum value you should choose for the spacing. We need to take the minimum value for the spacing. So here we can write, therefore provide what is the diameter of bar? 8 mm, 8 mm bar about 200 mm center to center, about 200 mm center to center. Okay, so this is our distribution steel. Okay, so now after this, what is our next step? So we will calculate the development length. Now what development length is needed? So development length LD is equal to, it is phi sigma s divided by 4 tau BD, phi sigma s upon 4 tau BD. Okay, so which is equal to, so we are doing the calculation of development length. So LD is equal to, it is phi sigma s upon 4 tau BD. So your phi is 16 into sigma s is 0.87 into 415 whole divided by 4 into tau BD for M20 concrete 1.2, and in tension we are placing this reinforcement, so increased it by 60%. So multiply it by 1.6. So you will get the, what you can say, development length. Okay. So it is 752.18. Okay. So 752.18. So which we will take it as 755 mm. 755 mm. This is the development length. Now the last part is drawing the reinforcement sketch. Now I think you know how to draw the reinforcement. Okay, so I will draw it fastly. So you also draw the reinforcement sketch. Okay, join the points. Now we will place our main steel bar. Okay, so it will be from this point. This is our main reinforcement, that is 16 mm diameter bar, which is 125 mm center to center. Okay, so this is our main bar. Now for the distribution steel, now we will provide the anchor bars. Those bars also we need to provide. So I will draw that bar also. It will be like this. You also copy down the reinforcement details. These are the anchored bars. This is extended up to the development length. And sometimes those are provided at the top also. So this is the diagram. Now, now we will show over here distribution steel. So in this way, the reinforcement detailing is there. This is the reinforcement detailing. Now we will give the names. So this is our distribution steel. This is our how much 8 mm bar. So it is 8 mm bar. About what was our spacing for distribution steel? I'm not remembering. I think 200 mm. What was the spacing for distribution steel? You tell me the spacing. 200. Okay. So 200 mm center to center. Next is this main steel. So this is our main steel bar, and this is about 16 mm diameter. About main steel is 160 mm. No, what is the spacing of main steel? 125. 125. Okay, 125 mm center to center, and the anchored bars. These bars, eh, whatever these bars are provided. So these are double of this main reinforcement. So these are also 16 mm bars. Half of the reinforcement area must be there. So 125 into 2, it is 250 mm center to center. Okay. So this is the reinforcement detail for the staircase. So difference in the previous problem and this problem is that, so the difference in the previous problem and this problem is that it is that in the effective length what we have considered. So now if you come to know that most important point over here, I will tell you what is the meaning of spanning of slab in the staircase. Now see, this is your going length. Now suppose, okay, you should understand the difference why we have taken it like this. So now I will write here going length. huh? Going length म्हणजे काय, इथं तुमच्या पायऱ्या असणार आहेत. This is plan. In plan I am showing everything. Now going length means what? If I randomly draw the lines, okay, here your steps will be there. Okay, one, two. Likewise, here the end. Here it is end. Okay, and in between there is a line. You know always. Okay, so this type of staircase is there. So I have drawn only for the going length, or else I will write over here something. Okay, so this is your step. Okay, these are your steps. Now see this this whatever is this going length is there. This is your going length. The support for this going length will be at this point. ओके, या पॉइंटला इकडे काय असणार आहे, तुमचं खालचं लँडिंग असणार आहे की ज्याला आपण अप्रोच म्हणतो, जिथनं आपण अप होतो. ओके, अँड ऍट दिस पॉइंट युअर मिड लँडिंग विल बी देअर. Okay, your mid landing will be there at this point. So this going length is supported at the ends. So if I show you the line diagram of this, okay, So if I draw the line diagram of this, so this is your going length, this is your going length, and on this side support is there, so this is the support, and on this side also support is there, so this is the support. Okay, are you getting my point? This is I am showing you for the going length. This is your going length. Now after the going length, here if you see, this is, here your landing is there, this part is of your landing. Okay, I will draw the part a little bit, what we can say, having higher dimensions so that you will understand. And here also these two are the landings. Now see, if I draw the line diagram right now, so it will be connected. Purposefully I am showing some distance. ओके, हे दोन कनेक्टेडच असणार आहे इथं, न का इथं या पॉइंटला हे हे एकच पॉइंट असणार आहे, हा कनेक्टेड असणार आहे. पण आपण फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम ड्रॉ करतो का नाही फोर्सेस दाखवायला, त्याप्रमाणे मी तुम्हाला दाखवायचा प्रयत्न करतोय सो दॅट यू विल अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ लँडिंग इज स्पॅनिंग इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ स्टेअर अँड लँडिंग इज नॉट स्पॅनिंग इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द स्टेअर. हे तुम्हाला मला सांगायचं आहे, व्हॉट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट. सो नाव if you see, so here at this point, here at this point already support is there. Okay, so now I will draw the support over here, that is the same support. Okay. Now see what is happened now. Now what will happen if you given the wall support at this point. Okay. So now suppose it is supported on the wall over here, this is the wall. I will give the name to this, this is the wall or something other, beam, whatever you want to say, this is the wall. So what is the direction of the support now? Now if you see, the support will be like this. Okay, so this is called as the, now if you see the landing चे जे सपोर्ट्स यायला लागलेत आणि लँडिंगचा जो स्पॅन आहे तो स्पॅन कुणाच्या डायरेक्शन मध्ये, गोइंग लेनच्या डायरेक्शन मध्ये. स्पॅन आपण कशाला म्हणतो, व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ स्पॅन? Span is nothing but this length L, you called it as span. Suppose this is L1, this length is L2, you call this as a span. Now if you see, in this condition the span of landing is in the same direction of the going length, that is in the direction of the stair. So this is called as landing is spanning in the direction of the stairs. Are you getting my point? Landing is spanning in the direction of the stairs. Similarly, this side also same condition will be there. Support will be provided. Support is provided at this point. Okay, support is provided at this point. This is your wall, and if I draw the lines, this is your wall. Same condition will be there. Whatever we have shown over here, that same condition will be there also at this point. Okay, same condition is there. So this is the dimension, this is the dimension, and this is nothing but this is your L2 landing. We always normally we keep the landing same. So see now these three pans. Now this is the span of landing. Okay, this is the span of landing. This is also the span of landing. The तिन्ही span बघा एकाच direction मध्ये. Okay, so this is called as landing is spanning in the, मग ह्याला जर असं symbolically दाखवायचं असेल तर it will shown like this. It is shown in this way. Landing is spanning in the direction of the stairs. Landing is spanning in the direction of the stairs. I hope you clear with this. Okay. I will write over here. Landing is spanning in the direction of stairs. This is very important. If you don't understand, then let me know. I will tell you once again. Okay, because in the examination they use the wording in the problem like this: design the staircase if the landing is spanning in the direction of the stairs and a wall is there having a thickness of 230 mm to support the landing. So they don't give you the diagram, they don't give you directly where the wall support is given, but they give you the sentence like this: landing is spanning in the direction of stairs. So you should understand by this what is the meaning of landing is spanning in the direction of stairs. Means what? This is the position of your support. Here should be your support should be there. Okay, the position of the support should be like this. And in this case, for the what we can say, for the effective span, we take it as from the center of this wall to the center of this wall. This is our effective span. Okay, in this case, this is our effective span. Okay, so in this case, this span is our effective span. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? पटकन सांगा मला. येस असले की पुढचं सांगतो तुम्हाला. Okay, because this is very important thing. If anybody is having any doubt in this, you can text in the chat. Text me in the chat. Or if you are in proper range, you can on your mic and you can ask me. Hmm? Is it clear? Yes, no? Still nobody is replying. Have you understood this? Whatever I told you here. Whatever I told you here, have you understood the things? I am repeating once again. Whatever I have told you over here, have you understood the things or not? This is very important. Hmm? Still nobody is giving reply. Okay. So I assume that you understood the things. Now we will see what happens if it is not spanning in the direction of the stairs. So now again, suppose now this is your going length. This is your going length. Now in this going length, again we will see the steps. This is the staircase. Okay. Now in this type of staircase, what will happen? Your landing is not spanning in the direction of the stairs. Okay. So now I will draw here the landing. Both the landings I will draw. And if you see the line diagram, the loading diagram, so here for this going length, this is your going length, and the support for this going length will be at these points. So here will be the support, landing is there, here also support, landing is there. But now what will happen, you see, now if you consider this landing, okay, now the support is given in this fashion. The support is given over here at this point. At this point support is given to this landing. Now what will happen? The support is given in this way. Okay, this is your wall. If the support is given in this way, now the spanning of the slab, if you want to draw the spanning of the slab, then support is at this point. Okay, here is the support is given, not at the end. So see what I want to say now, supports are given at these 2 points. Support is not given over here. Okay, so if I draw the spanning direction, then this will be like this. This is the slab, landing slab, and the support might be in this way, in this way. Okay, so now here you can see the landing slab is not spanning in the direction of the stairs. Now the span of landing is like this. Okay, this is the spanning of landing, and the span of your going length is like this. This is the span of your going length. So this is your L1, that is the span of going length, and this is your what we can say, L2. This is the span of landing. So landing is not spanning in the direction of the stairs. So here this case is landing is not spanning spanning in the direction of stairs. Okay, same thing will happen with this landing also. Okay, this will be your span. This will be your span if the support is provided like this here. If the support is provided like this. Okay, and this is your support over here. So now your spanning will be, like this. This is the direction of spanning. So your landing slab is not in the same direction of the spanning as what you can say, your stairs. Okay, म्हणजे स्टेअरचा स्पॅन वेगळा आहे. स्टेअरचा जर तुम्ही स्पॅन कन्सिडर करायला लागलात तर दॅट इज हॉरिझॉन्टल, बट ड्यू टू द चेंज इन द सपोर्ट कंडिशन फ्रॉम द अर्लियर केसला, आधीच्या केसला तुम्ही बघितलं तर ही असा इथं सपोर्ट होता, त्यामुळं here the support is provided at this point and at this point also, but now this support is removed, so only this support remains. So here there is no support in the next case. Okay, but we can't left the landing slab as a cantilever. Okay, so therefore the support is provided at these two ends. So when the support is provided at these two ends, here and here, then support will be act at these 2 points. So this will become your span now because the support is like this. Okay, so now this is your span, and for going here the support is provided, here the support is also there, so this is your span. So this is called as landing is not spanning in the direction of stairs. And in this case now, what we generally do, in this case now we will go for this G plus X plus Y for your effective span. For your effective span, so G is nothing but your this length, going length. This going length is nothing but your G. And for X plus Y, you already know this. For X plus Y, okay, this is the line. This is the line center. And this is your X. This is also X. This we take it as Y. This is also Y. Okay. The only condition is X and Y should be less than 1. If it is greater than 1, then take the value as 1. So in this case now, we'll take it as G plus X plus Y. That will be your effective span. Okay, I hope now this concept is clear to you. What is the question? Do we consider any effect of staircase supported inside the wall as it is in residential building? So inside the wall, mainly see the staircase is supported, although it is supported inside the wall, beam must be there. Nowadays, instead of wall supports, people may prefer for the beams. People always prefer for the beams. So whenever the staircase is supported inside the wall also, then also we will go by the same thing. Okay, these two are the prominent conditions for the support of the staircase. So by considering these two things only, we will decide the effective span of the staircase. Okay, and also the staircase, uh, if we find in most of the residential buildings, we always design dog-legged staircase. We won't go for open well staircase. Okay, normally in 80 to 90% homes we will find the dog-legged staircase. The basic reason behind the dog-legged staircase is it requires less space as compared to the open well staircase. So less area of the staircase block is consumed by the dog-legged staircase. Okay, and in support, whatever the conditions I have explained you right now, those two conditions we will always consider for the staircase. Okay. So I hope now these points are clear to you. We have taken the two problems up till now. First is for the this normal support condition when the wall is given. In the examination, instead of wall, they may tell you the beam. A beam is provided of the width 230 mm and depth 450 mm, something like that. Also, problem will be there. Okay. So accordingly, by dimension of that given support, you have to consider the dimensions of the support. If the width of beam is 230, then your the supporting support dimension is also 230. So now we have considered these two cases, and most of the times and in the examination also, these two conditions you will come across these two conditions for effective span. Okay, so based on this now we are going to consider the effective span for the staircase. So both type of problems we have considered. First problem in which landing is spanning in the direction of the stair, that we have already designed, and in the second problem landing is not spanning in the direction of the stair. Okay, landing is not spanning in the direction of the stair. These two types of problems we have already taken. So in the next lecture we will go for the design of open well staircase, or if I find out some new variety problem in the dog-legged staircase, then we will go for that type of numerical. If there is, and if that type of problem I won't find, then we will go for design of open well staircase. Okay, also you do one thing, try to collect the previous year's question paper, and simultaneously now look into that question paper which type of problems generally ask for the examination, and try to solve it, and also send me those numericals if you are having the question papers. Okay, and there is no need to come to the college for the question papers. You will get it on the university website. Okay, so today we will end over here for this lecture. In